Hello everyone and welcome to Sunburned. Albino is showing off Demon Bluff. This is a game that is on Steam. It is a playtest right now. It's just a demo. And it is a social deduction game where you'll figure out like what roles things are and like who the evil people among them are. And you get to do that without having to deal with the pesky rule of knowing other people in real life or playing with human beings or dealing with humans at all. So it's pretty cool. It starts on like an easier difficulty, which I've already done, and I can't like reset back to. So now I am on Ascension 3, and this shit's been getting hard, man. Alright, so this is the deck. These are the characters that we're working with here. They all have different roles. You've got villagers, which do things, and then you have outcasts, which are like good, but also annoying. And then you have the demons and the minions that are the evil things that you have to figure out who they are and kill them. So let's just get one started here. If we flip over number 1, we have a knitter, who lets you learn how many evils are adjacent to each other. This one says evils are not adjacent to each other, so if that's true, then there can't be 2 evils next to each other. Number 2 is the Enlightened. It says the closest evil is counterclockwise, which means it's somewhere in this direction. If we take that as the truth, let's go in this way and flip this one. That leads to the Druid. Pick 3 characters, learn 1 random outcast among them, if any. The outcasts can sometimes be disguised as other people. Like in our deck, we have the Doppelganger is our only outcast, and the Doppelganger disguises itself as a good villager that is already in play. Which means we're gonna see 2 of one of these roles. We've got the Lover over here that says 2 evils adjacent to them on either side. If that's true, that would be huge. Over here we have the Jester, where we can pick 3 characters and learn how many of them are evil, so that's like an effect we can do when we want to. Over here we have the Bard, and we learn how far he is from the closest corrupted character. Characters can be corrupted by certain demons or themselves, and if they're corrupted, they will lie and their ability won't work. So that leaves number 3, which is another druid. Okay, so one of these druids is the Doppelganger, which is still like good. It's an outcast, but it's still like on the side of good. You don't want to kill it. And the Doppelganger doesn't lie. So even if one of these is lying, that doesn't necessarily mean that the true one isn't the Doppelganger. So now we gotta decide which dudes might be telling the truth. If we go based off your thing, yours says that the closest evil is counterclockwise. So that could either be this or this, presuming that it's not this or this. If we go based on the Lover here, you say 2 evils are adjacent to you. And that really would be something if that was the case. So what we need to do is determine if the Lover is telling the truth. It's pretty obvious that one of you is the Doppelganger. So as a result of that, let's pick 3 characters, but only 1 of them. This says there are no outcasts. And now I'm going to do the same thing with this druid. And this says that there are no outcasts. So what that tells me is that this is not the Doppelganger, this is the real one, and this one is the Doppelganger, and neither of these are a minion or a demon. Now, which minion and demon are we working with here? So we have Puka in the demon thing. Villagers next adjacent to Puka will be corrupted, which means they will lie. They won't be evil, but they will still lie, and their ability doesn't work. So one of these druids could be corrupted, but it's super unlikely that both of them are. In fact, it's flat out impossible. Now, The Bard says there are no corrupted characters, and that's impossible because there is a Puka who absolutely did corrupt 2 of the characters. So you are either the Puka, or a minion, or you are a corrupted good villager that is just lying. So what we're going to do is use the Jester's ability, and we're going to pick you, you, and you. And it says there are 3 evils. That is borderline impossible. That actually is straight up impossible. Because what's the minion? Yeah, it's just the minion. If one of the minions was a puppeteer, that would be possible. But there literally can't be 3 evils, so you are lying. Maybe you're the corrupted one, or maybe you're the Puka. So both of you are lying. Now, we know for a fact that you're lying because you can't be a bad thing. So the way that I see it is that all 3 of you are either the demon or corrupted. I think this is the Puka, and these 2 are corrupted. That's fantastic news. I'm so glad that I got it right the first time. I've been having such a hard time with this game once we got into Ascension 3. Because they're just introducing abilities that is so much to keep track of. But now that we have that, we need to figure out who the demon is. Or who the minion is, I mean. Now, because you 2 are corrupted, this guarantees that neither of you are the minion. The minion is not corrupted. The minion's just a minion. The minion will still be in disguise and lie, but it won't be corrupted. So, you say that the evils are not adjacent to each other, and that's true. We know that because neither of these are the minion. You say the closest evil is counterclockwise, which would imply... Fuck you. That's what I'm talking about. Well, it would imply that... I mean, it would be impossible, really. Because we know that these 2 are safe. And then, yeah, because you were the distance that you were. I don't know, I can't really explain how I knew that, but there's something with that logic that made that correct. So now we go into the next one here. We've been reshuffled, we got new cards. Now we have the Shaman as a potential minion, which makes 2 villager roles appear. And because we don't have the Doppelganger in the pool again, this basically just replaces that. There's only going to be 2 of 1 villager. There are 2 same villager roles in current village. Does that mean that there's 2 duplicates? Like of 2 different types? The verbiage is kind of whatever, but then we have Puka again. Unfortunately, now we have what I think is the most annoying card in the game, is the Drunk. It's an outcast that basically pretends it's a demon. It disguises itself as a random, not-in-play villager. It is corrupted, and it lies. And it can't be cured. So it's like, anything that you're otherwise like, I'm sure this is a minion or a demon, it could just be the fucking Drunk dude. But they disguise as a random, not-in-play villager. So once we have everybody flipped over, we'll look and see like what the Drunk could be, if the Drunk is even in here, which it might not be. We've only got 8 slots, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards. Now you can see here that the current character types in play, there are 5 villagers, 1 outcast, 1 minion, and 1 demon. Oh, so there definitely is a Drunk. Great. So we have the Fortune Teller, which, hello? What is happening here? Behind this guy, villagers just being corrupted. Why is it acting like you're... like you have a thing on you? Do you see this? Or did I put like a mark on him by accident? I didn't mean to do that if so. Hello? What the hell just happened? Bro just disappeared. Alright, I've never seen that happen before. But we have the Confessor. What? I think it's like glitched out, actually. Closest evil is counterclockwise, because it's not showing me the Confessor's ability. But what it does is that the Confessor says that she's good, but if she's corrupted or evil, she'll say she's dizzy. So over here, the Hunter, you learn how far from you is the nearest evil. This dude says 4 cards away is the closest evil. That seems really unlikely to me. Just based on the structure of this, like 1, 2, 3, 4, that's the closest one. That's impossible, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4 that way as well, and we know that there's more than one evil. So you are definitely lying, so you're either evil or corrupted. Now you say the closest evil is counterclockwise. If this dude was evil and you were telling the truth, you'd be saying the closest evil is clockwise. Unless you are also corrupted. We are dealing with the Puka, so it is possible that this dude is the Puka and you are corrupted. What is the card over here? Number 7 is a real knitter. Love saying that out loud. Learn a good character and its role. Okay, let's see if number 7 is indeed that. If we take this at face value, then we take you at face value. You say there's only one pair of evil. But that's literally not possible with the Puka. Because the dudes next to him can't be, I don't think. I don't know if you can have a Puka and another minion right next to him. Because it says villagers adjacent to me are corrupted if possible. But maybe one of you's evil and you only corrupt the one villager next to you. I don't know all the rules yet, man. So there could only be one pair of evil. You also say you're 4 cards away from the closest evil, which would make sense if you weren't the evil, but this is still not possible. So I'm gonna hazard a guess that you... Let's just see what the other cards are first. This says the closest evil is counterclockwise. Okay, that makes more sense. You might be true, which means you might be the Puka. But then you would be lying. Which I guess makes it... Okay, what if... Hear me out. We have Puka and Shaman. What if you're the Puka and you're the Shaman? I kind of don't even need to see what the other cards are. But we should, probably, anyway. You say there's no corrupted characters, that's fake. So you might be... Unless, are you an alchemist? No. And then that wouldn't matter anyway. How many enlightens do we have, dude? Is the doppelganger in here? The drunk is. But you only disguise as a not-in-play villager. It's possible that one of these dudes is a drunk. Huh... We know there's corrupted characters, so this is false. The Puka could be next to you. Or you could be... I know you're lying, but you could also be the drunk. Everyone lying could be the drunk. That's what sucks about the drunk even being a thing. What if... you were the drunk? That's funny. And you're corrupted by default, so that doesn't necessarily mean that the Puka was next to you. There you are. Okay. Well then... Well, yeah, you could still be a real knitter. Don't have to stop myself from saying that. because you're just corrupted. Just because you're corrupted doesn't mean you're not real. So, like, you would be telling the truth about that. And then what do you say? The closest evil is clockwise. That would imply... It would say equidistant if this was evil. Are you saying that you're... But you can't be evil, because if you were evil, you would not be saying that you're good. And since we already got the drunk out, we know that you're not lying for a different reason. So I think you are the other demon. Bam! There it is. Okay, doing semi-decently. You're allowed to make one mistake. If you make two, then the evils win, and you gotta reset the thing. So you say right here it says Village 3 of 7. You have to win 7 of these in a row to get to the next Ascension level. Oh my god, dude. Evils killed 0 of 4. It says there's 3 minions and 0 demons, so one of these minions is a puppeteer. Oh, man. Oh, dude. Okay. So the way the puppeteer works is that random adjacent villager 1 becomes a puppet if possible, which makes it evil, but it does not make it lie. Then we have the counselor, which makes one villager become an outcast, and this dude is always next to an outcast. Then we have the poisoner. One adjacent villager is corrupted if possible. And yeah, okay. So we have a potential corruption. One potentially corrupted person. Let's see what we dig up here. We have the Wretch. How many outcasts were in the deck? Doppelganger and the Wretch. Okay, we have the Baker. I hate the Baker, dude. The Baker's like the STD of this game. Like, you flip over one Baker, just makes all the other Bakers Bakers. Because on reveal, one random unrevealed good villager becomes a Baker. Okay, so you are a knight. Your thing is that you can't die. Which is fun, because usually this is a free, like, oh, just kill it and see if it was true. But the fact that it could be the drunk lying still is bad for you. But it can't be the drunk in this game, which is nice. But it could be a corrupted knight, and that would be bad if I killed you. So then we have the druid. We can learn about any random outcast, see if anyone is the doppelganger. We have the slayer. We can use his ability to pick one character, and if they're evil, he will kill them for us. So it's like a safe pick, but this dude gets corrupted so often that his ability is, like, generally useless. Or, like, it's not as good as you want it to be. One evil adjacent to you, you say. Then we have the Slayer again. Okay, so one of you is the doppelganger, perhaps. Or you could be any of you could be a puppet as well. Which would mean that you'd tell the truth, even though you'd be evil. That kind of means only one of these dudes is going to be corrupted. That means one of these Slayers' abilities will work. Then we have the Confessor who says she is dizzy, so you're either evil or corrupted. You're like one of the easiest ones. And then we have the Baker who says that you were a Baker. We know that's a lie. The Baker can't turn a Baker into a Baker, I don't think. And then the first Baker should always say that they were the original Baker, so you are also lying. So you're lying. You're probably lying. What I would do is I would take both Slayer's abilities and use them on the same person that I suspected of being a thing. But let's pick 3 characters and learn about the outcast among them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick one of the Slayers. And I'm going to pick the Confessor as well to see if you might be lying for a different reason. And we're going to pick this dude up top. You say there's no outcasts, which means it's likely It's a doppelganger, right? Yeah, okay. I mean, you could also be the doppelganger? And maybe this is a sign that you are, specifically because you say that you were a baker. Maybe you were the other baker because you were the doppelganger copying the original baker's ability. But you just said there's no outcasts, so maybe you're lying. Oh, man. The odds of you being corrupted are very low. Only a 1 in 9 chance. It's more likely that you're evil. Oh, you were the puppeteer. Okay, so one of the people next to you is evil but telling the truth. Which means if you're evil, your ability might work and you might still be evil. So let's have you kill this baker. Ooh, the baker was the puppet. Okay. Interesting. Well, so you were telling the truth. That's so weird then. Does that mean you're the doppelganger? But one of you should say that you're the original baker. At least I thought so. But okay, we got 2 of you guys dead. You did that. What if... Let's see if you... Couldn't kill number 3. It doesn't actually give me any information, and so I probably shouldn't have done it. My next thing would be... Okay, you are telling the truth. You, in fact, can't die. So yeah, I should have just had the Slayer pick somebody else. The thing about the Wretch, I don't know if I even said what it does. It counts as an evil minion to other characters' abilities. So like, if I had a Slayer try and kill the Wretch, it would kill it, and that would be bad for me. You are saying there's one evil adjacent to you. We know you're not the puppet, because you already did the puppet. Who's left? There's 2... There's the Counselor and the Poisoner. Okay, so we gotta figure out who's corrupted, and we gotta figure out which outcast this dude's next to. And to do that, we need to figure out who the doppelganger is. Because... that dude could be... If there was no doppelganger, we know for a fact that this guy was the Counselor. Because he's the only one next to an outcast. So... we know you're not corrupted. So the Poisoner can't be next to you. This is where it gets kind of tough. What if you are the Confessor? Or the Counselor, that's what I meant. Oh, there you go. Okay. So now who's corrupted? You killed evil. Because your ability worked, you cannot be the Poisoner, and because you're saying there's one evil adjacent to you, there's a really good chance that this dude is the Poisoner. However, yeah, I guess you could be the Poisoner and this could be the corrupted character who lied about there not being outcasts. But then where is the doppelganger? You know what I mean? Mr. Baker. Like, one of you is the doppelganger. Maybe you told the truth, and number 7 is the doppelganger. I still think you do this. Oh my god, he was corrupted. Ah, shit. That's a 50-50 then. Then you have to be the doppelganger, and you saying there's one evil adjacent to you is wrong. So actually you have to be it. God damn it, dude. Okay. I mean, we got that right eventually, but that would have been a nice little flawless thing to do if we didn't make that mistake. Alright, let's see what we have next here. We got Judge. I can't, okay, well, I mean, that's not what you do. It's just giving me, like, wrong tooltips right now. The Judge, you use its ability, and it will tell you if someone is lying or not. Okay, we got the Bombardier. This is an outcast. You lose if you execute this guy. Unless he is a demon in disguise. So you gotta be real sure about this guy. Then we have the Plague Doctor, who on game start, one good villager is corrupted, and we can pick one character, and if it's a corrupted character, this dude will tell us where one of the evil dudes are. So we gotta figure out who he corrupted, or if someone else corrupted somebody. We've got the Shaman and the Counselor. Okay, so nobody else does corruption, and we even have the Alchemist in here who can cleanse corruption, and that would be kind of bad, actually. If he was near. We have another Judge. We can have that because the Shaman is allowing duplicates. We have the Dreamer. Pick one character and learn an evil role. If evil is picked, we learn correct info. I don't know if that means that if I don't pick evil, they lie to us. But I think so. I've had very mixed luck with this character. There's another Plague Doctor. That's like good and bad at the same time. We have the Wretch. And we have the Architect, which just tells you which side of the stuff has more evil. So you're saying the right side has more evil dudes in it? There's only 2 minions. We have so many outcasts that the Counselor could be either of these 4 characters. Let's say... it sucks when characters like these are corrupted. Like, what if they corrupted each other? That would be horrendous. Alright. Let's pick... I don't even know where to start here. Let's see from this Judge, let's see if the Architect is telling the truth. You say number 8 is lying. Now I'm gonna have this Judge evaluate this Judge. So, you say number 4 is saying truth. You say number 8 is lying. So this could go either way. Because if you're lying, then you're lying, but about telling the truth, but lying, but then you're, you know? So, And there are 2 confirmed corrupted people, and there are 2 confirmed liars outside of that. Let's pick... you. Number 8 could be the Counselor. I don't know what I'll do with that information, man. I guess we should see... who's corrupted? Let's see if you're corrupted. You're not corrupted. Now let's see if you're corrupted. You're not corrupted. Maybe both of these guys are evil. Got his ass. Okay. You were the Counselor. You sat next to an outcast. And now we're looking for the Shaman. You lied and said number 5 wasn't corrupted. Which means number 5 is corrupted. And which character did I pick with you? I picked number 8. You said number 8 could be Counselor, which obviously that was a lie. But if you're corrupted, would that mean that the architect is evil? Or because this dude is on the right side, maybe the right side is more evil. Or if the other dude is on the left, then you would say equal, and that's what you're lying about. Wonderful. Wonderful news, man. Alright, 5 of 7. We're doing pretty good right now. We got the fortune teller. We got the architect saying the left side is more evil. We got Bombardier again. Got the plague doctor again. We have the baker. Okay, so here we have the original baker saying that they're original baker. Then you say number 8 or 6 is a poisoner. That's so interesting that you would put yourself in that if you were not the minion. Or if you were the minion. Number 8, Bishop. Learn up to 3 characters. Among them are 1 villager, 1 outcast, and 1 evil, if possible. So you're saying between number 2, 7, and 9, there's a minion, outcast, and villager. You're saying 8 or 6 is a poisoner. These are not overlapping. But maybe the minion that this one is talking about isn't the poisoner. What are the outcasts? We do have the doppelganger. Oh, but we also have Ba here. This dude says 1 fake outcast is added to the deck view, so one of these outcasts is not actually in the game. Which, based on what we're looking at, is probably the doppelganger. So, you say number 5 is a real baker. I believe that these things are true. Then we have this other baker, because we had a baker, so you were a medium. It sucks because, like, the baker takes over the ability that they would have had. So I can't get the medium's ability. You were a medium. Then there would have been 2 mediums, though. Maybe we do have a doppelganger? We have the poisoner, so someone is corrupted. You could be corrupted into saying you were a medium when you're not a medium. Or were a medium. Let's pick... I'm gonna pick these. I'm gonna pick you two, actually. Is number 9 or 6 evil? True. So one of you is evil. If you're telling the truth. You're saying the left side is more evil? We have 2 potential corruptors. I'm gonna have the Plague Doctor activate this Baker. There you go, dude. Number 9 was corrupted, so number 8 is evil. Number 8 is the poisoner. Okay. And you were the one that you corrupted, so you are probably not corrupted. But still, one more person is corrupted because of the Plague Doctor. Is 9 or 6 evil true? We know that it's not 9, which means it would have to be 6 if you're telling the truth. And because you're not... Okay. Oh, village is safe. I'll take that one. Ooh, we just unlocked the poet. Hope we actually get to use that. Nope, the poet is not in the deck. Oh my god, we got 3 outcasts. Okay. Oh, I hate the witch. It means you can't pick up one of the cards. Alright, 2 minions, 1 demon. First we have Enlightened. Closest evil is clockwise. Let's head in that direction. Pick 2 characters, learn if any of them is evil. The Bombardier again. We have the Knitter. There are 2 pairs of evil. That shouldn't be true based on the fact that there's only 3 evils. Or maybe that they're just like wording it strangely. We have the Dreamer. Pick 1 character, learn an evil roll. If evil, pick learn correct info. Okay. I would have you do her, barring any other information. We've got the Slayer. Got the Judge again. Okay, we got the Gemcrafter who tells you about 1 good character, unless they're lying. You're saying number 1 is good. And then we can't reveal this because one of these characters is the Witch. And it could unrevealed character could be evil. That's happened before. Let's pick... Let's see if we can trust both of you. Is 1 or 8 evil true? Maybe you're lying and the closest evil is this thing. But then if you're lying, you're also lying because you're saying good. Maybe you're both the evil. Or maybe you're just one of the evils. Let's learn if you are lying. Number 2 is lying. Okay, let's have the Slayer try to kill her. Couldn't kill number 2. Let's have the Dreamer... pick you. Number 2 could be Ba. You could also be lying. Or not even because you're evil, but just because I picked the wrong thing. I think I have to... You were the goddamn counselor, dude. Alright. Oh, yeah, and I should know that because you were right next to an outcast, but this could also be an outcast. There's multiple more outcast cards, although the Ba is here, which means one of these is fake. Hopefully it's the drunk. So you're probably either the Plague Doctor or the drunk. And yeah, we were right about the closest evil being clockwise. So these, you're true, you're true. 2 pairs of evil. That seems unlikely. I think you're lying. It was Ba. Okay. And you were true about them lying. The thing is, if this is the Plague Doctor, one of these dudes could be corrupted and we don't even know it. Because we don't know if the Plague Doctor corrupted somebody. The fact that you couldn't kill number 2 is extraordinarily suspicious. Because it was the fucking drunk, dude. This is what I'm talking about, man. I hate the drunk. You said number 2 could be Ba. Number 2 wasn't Ba. It was a different one. And I picked an evil character when I did you, so you have to be bad. Okay. That is... I should have done this avenue of thinking before I did this one. But, yeah. Ooh, new characters unlocked. Lilith. Demon. At night, kill a random unrevealed character, deal 2 damage to you. What do you mean, at night? Okay. Are you... Oh, you are one of them. I have no idea how you work then. Oh, we have the Witness. Learn a character that was affected by an evil ability. We have the witch too, so we're gonna not do number 9 again, probably. Alright, we have the witness. Number 2 is affected by an evil. So you're saying you're 4 cards away from a corrupted character, but you are lying. If you're affected by it, does that mean you can't be an evil? Or, I mean, the witness could be evil too, obviously. By an evil ability. You didn't become an outcast. You couldn't have been affected by an evil ability. So you might be corrupted. Or evil. You're saying you're 4 cards away from corrupted. But nobody can be corrupted unless the Plague Doctor shows up. Oh, there he is. Even without looking at anything, I would ask if you're corrupted. You're not corrupted? Because you're affected by an evil, not the Plague Doctor. Apparently that was... Oh, there's a night cycle after you reveal the card, the clock ticks. After 4 ticks, the night falls. During the night, some demons might kill, and various characters could take action. After every character is active, the game returns. Okay, so he just killed... I can't reveal the character because it was just killed by the demon. You're saying number 1 is a real witness. You're not corrupted. But I feel like you might still be lying. Then we have the Wretch. Then we have the Medium, who is also saying number 1 is a real witness. Could you... give me something different? Nobody should be duplicating. Why are we duplicating? This should not be happening. What is this? I'm so confused. And then if I flip over one more card, the demon is going to kill another thing, and then I'm going to die. I think. Like, I think we just lose if I flip this over. Let's say that you're... okay. If you're far away from a corrupted character, 1, 2, 3, 4, then this medium is corrupted and not a demon. Let's say that you were corrupted. Oh, getting it wrong did 5 damage to me, but if I flip this card, I will take 2 more damage. The goddamn witch is here, dude. Ah, shit. How are you corrupted? Oh my god, you're 4 cards away in the other direction. So I actually should have known that it could have been either of you. Damn it. Okay. That means number 1 is not a real witness, so, like, hello. Okay. And you're corrupted and lying? You would not also be corrupted and lying. You got corrupted by the Plague Doctor. No other corruption should be taking place. You have to be the other demon. Okay, so I basically just lost a 50-50 with this one. Alright. I made it to Ascension 4! I had such trouble with it. Dude, I spent like an hour trying to do this and I couldn't do it before. Trying to get to Ascension 4. Cool, but that is... Demon Bluff. Again, it's on Steam. It's in a playtest right now. You get a demo. that you can just go access at any time. You can just like go to it and join the playtest. And I think it's really fun, even in its current state. And that's gonna do it for this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.